Today, we want to talk about Brewster, which is one of the true hidden gems of Cape Cod. Brewster is located, and here's a map of Cape Cod, right around the elbow of the Cape. This is Chatham, Orleans, Harwich, and Brewster's right in that highlighted area. Okay. Now, Brewster, we're going to find out some of the activities you can do, the restaurants, museums, beaches. Okay. As I say, Brewster is a true gem. So stay to the end and we'll talk about what makes Brewster so special. So, first of all, let's zoom in on Brewster. Brewster has a long stretch of Bay Beach, okay, Cape Cod Bay. The advantage of the Bay beaches over ocean beaches, as an example, is the water tends to be warmer. It also can be shallow if you come at half tide. If you come at low tide, there'll be tidal flats going out, half a mile. I mean, it's amazing how far out they can go. And it's just a wonderful way to spend an afternoon walking the tidal flats. And it can be deep if you come at high tide. Okay. You also have some of the nicest ponds on Cape Cod. Right here is Nickerson State Park, and we'll look at it later. But this is where, from the time I was 6 months old till 10, this is where we'd come every summer and camp at Nickerson State Pond. And to this day, my favorite walk on Cape Cod is Little Cliff Pond. And this right here is Little Cliff Pond. Okay, this is Big Cliff. It is just beautiful. All right. You also have Sheep's Pond, which has some of the most special water. I don't know what it is about the water at Sheep's Pond, but it has a freshness that is shockingly different than every other pond. All right. But one of the most interesting things about Brewster is that it has one of the nicest resorts on Cape Cod. It's a resort called Ocean's Edge. And here's where we have their website right here. Ocean Edge is a beautiful old estate that they've made into a resort. They're called Ocean's Edge. And you see on this map, you have the mansion, which is where the family that owned this estate would live. It also has a golf course. It has the Cape Cod Rail Trail go right through it. That's a 22-mile bicycling trail. It has, not through it, but along the side of it. It has its own Bay Beach. Okay, and it has several restaurants and the like. Okay, here's a picture of the mansion. Beautiful buildings. Here's the golf course. It is considered one of the best resort courses on the Cape. Here's the Bay Beach. Now, one of the things you'll find on the Cape is that people refer to saltwater beaches as ocean beaches. And that's not actually accurate. Cape Cod, most of the towns do not have saltwater beaches. The only part of the Cape that has ocean beaches is starting at Chatham, which is down here, going on the outside here. And this whole beach is called Nauset Beach, all the way up to Provincetown and Race Point. Okay, that's the ocean beaches. The other beaches you hear about will usually be Nantucket Sound, which is here, or Cape Cod Bay, which is here. Okay. Brewster has Bay beaches, does not have ocean beaches. So looking at the Ocean's Edge, it has the golf, which we've talked about. And let's give you a quick view here. I mean, this is just beautiful. It's a tree-lined fairways, dramatic elevation changes. It's a Nicholas design course. It is very special, as you see along the ponds. You can stay at these houses that go throughout the golf course. Okay. And you can actually be a member. Let's see, just to answer, people always have questions about the fees. And so dress code pro shop course fees 18 holes of $159. Twilight rates, which start at 5 p.m., is $89. 9 holes is 89. Okay, so that gives you some idea. Not inexpensive. In the shoulder seasons after October 10th or before April 30th, it's $109 for the 18, 69 for twilight rate. Although I will say it's getting dark later at that point. So 69 for 9 holes. All right. So that's it. There's also a spa. A lot of people love the massages, all that porch area that you can do. They also do weddings here, a lot of weddings, and they have dining. Dining is phenomenal. They have a rooftop on one of the mansions. They have a rooftop dining. Oh, there's a picture of it there where you can see the Cape Cod Bay out in front of you. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Okay. And there you can see you're looking out over the bay here. Just very special. Let's see if we can just blow this up for you. Okay. So very, very special restaurants. All right. So at Ocean's Edge, as I say, you can buy houses there. There's houses that we have several clients have an interest in those houses right on resort. It's like resort living, literally, throughout the year. It also has, as I said, rentals and stuff if you're interested in that. But obviously, our clients are looking to buy, so that's who we normally work with. All right. So that's a quick overview of Ocean's Edge. Now we're going to look at Nickerson State Park. Nickerson State Park is considered one of the best state parks in the country. And as I said, this is where I spent the 2 weeks every summer for my first 10 years of life. Okay. It is this green area. And see, it goes right up to the bay, a little stretch of Bay Beach there, but that's not what Nickerson is known for. Nickerson has some of the nicest ponds on the Cape. Now, interesting is the Cape has mostly ponds, not lakes. A pond has an outlet where lakes have inlets and outlets. These are spring fed, which is what makes them phenomenal. They are mostly kettle holes. What kettle holes are is when the ice sheet was pulling back, chunks of ice would break off and sit on the land, making a hole that would go down into the sand, and then it would be down deep enough to be fed by springs. So these are spring-fed ponds, best ponds in the country. So this is Little Cliff Pond, which is what I told you was my favorite. There's a walk around Little Cliff Pond that is just as I say, is my wife and my absolute favorite walk on Cape Cod. Okay, so that's it. Cliff Pond is the biggest pond in the state park and is just wonderful. They allow up to 10 horsepower engines in it, great trout fishing and the like. So a lot of fun there. Also, there's an 8-mile bike trail that goes throughout the park if you want biking. There's a paddleboarding. You can rent boats there. If you like outdoor activity, this is a place for you. Right here is the bike trail. Okay, and we'll talk about the bike trail in a little while, but that's the bike trail. You can catch it right there and take it all the way up to Wellfleet. That's through, throughout most of the Lower Cape. Also, the thing about Brewster is it has phenomenal boutique little stores. Okay, and one of our favorites is the Brewster General Store. It opened up in 1866, so it's been around for a while. It has been written up in Fromm's, Boston Globe, Boston.com, New England Travel. It is really just a very fun place to go. They have coffee, they have fudge, they have knickknacks. It is just very, very special. Let's see if we can just click on the virtual tour here for a second. And here's the outside of it. Very quaint, benches all around, so plenty of places to seat. But then going inside, it's like an old, town store. It has snacks and coffee. You see there's old glassware here. It's all antique type stuff. There's an upstairs that is amazing. When you go upstairs, all the stuff they have there. As you see, they have history books about the area. it's very special. So, but they have a bunch of stores like this. Then, if you like some spectator sports, they're the home to the Brewster Whitecaps. Now, the Brewster Whitecaps are part of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Okay, and if you're not familiar with the the Cape Cod Baseball League, it's again been being done since the mid 1800s, and it has town teams throughout the Cape, and Brewster being one of them. And it's the only wooden bat college league in the country. And that means you have the absolute best college players who come here and play all summer. And they incredible league. I mean, I forget what the number is, but it's about 300 players in the major leagues have played in the Cape Cod League. In fact, I have a friend who's here who has hosted a player who is now on the Boston Red Sox and another player who is on the New York Yankees. And so they've stayed in touch with them. And every year when the Yankees come and play at Fenway, they go up and watch the game and get together with them again, have dinner and the like. So it's just one of the special things about Cape Cod. Okay, now, so it was a good year for the Whitecaps this year. They made it to the playoffs, did not win, but they made it to the playoffs. Okay, and also one of their players was the 13th pick in the Major League draft. Okay, first round, I think they had 9 players drafted, but they were picked number 13 in the first round. So, as I say, the players are incredible. As we've talked about, we have the baseball to watch, we have the golf, we have the bicycling, but one of the most unique things we have is the Cape Cod Rail Trail. And what the Cape Cod Rail Trail is a bike path on the old railroad trail, the old tracks. And so it's a 25-mile off-road paved path. So you don't have to worry about traffic. If you have kids, you're not worried about cars hitting them or anything. It is 25 miles of paved off-road riding, okay, which is really quite remarkable. There's a picture of what it looks like on the actual path, okay? And there are several like that, but let's just download just so you can see where this bike path goes. What my wife and I will do is we'll go to one of the places you can get on it. We'll just the bikes on our car, and we know the different restaurants on the route because there's literally restaurants right on the route. And so we'll go on those restaurants, have our lunch there, turn around and come back. This is Brewster right here, okay, which is what we're talking about. And here's Nickerson State Park right here. But it actually starts up, don't remember to be honest if it's Yarmouth or Dennis that it starts in. Okay, but it's right there on close to those two. But then it goes throughout Orleans, Eastham, and into Wellfleet. Okay, just for a couple of our favorite restaurants along the way is right in this section of Wellfleet is a French bakery called PB Bistros. It is phenomenal. In fact, it's where we get our Thanksgiving meal. They have a complete Thanksgiving meal, the turkey and all the fixings, the cranberry sauce, the salads, the desserts, the whole thing. You just tell them how many people, and they get you a turkey big enough for those number of people and all the fixings. But for the bike trips, they have sandwiches and pastries and stuff, which is just phenomenal. Another one that we really like is right down here, right by Nickerson State, called Kobe's. Okay, it's a fried fish type place. So those are our 2 favorite places. Those are the places we tend to go to the most. Beaches, okay, because after all, it is Cape Cod. We want to know about the beaches. So this is Paynes Creek. This is my favorite beach in Brewster, right at the entrance of a creek. And this is the creek that comes down to the beach. This is the little pond that fills that creek. It's gorgeous. There's a little walk here also. This is just absolutely beautiful. That's sunset. Bay beaches on Cape Cod have the best sunsets. They're just incredible. If you've seen some of our earlier videos, I grew up in Eastham, 100 yards from the beach. This is what every evening looks like. It's just amazing. Obviously not every evening, but an amazing number of evenings that look like this. It's just beautiful. And here they are swimming in that creek. It gives you moving water. It's really fun. And you see all the little fish and stuff. Okay, it's just really special. Here's some of those tidal flats I talked about earlier. Again, the little marsh area. And they have phenomenal restaurants. If you're interested in having great seafood, this is the place to be. My wife and my favorite place is the Brewster Fish House. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but it is really, really nice. Here are just some pictures of some of their foods. It looks like a flaky fish, like maybe a cod. There we have kind of a seafood platter with some clams and seafood and the like. Oh, God, their soups are fantastic. Okay. Scallops, love their scallops. Okay. So that's one of the great restaurants. Let's see, another one. Chillingsworth is an old-time favorite on the Cape. I feel it's gone down a little bit over the years, but it certainly has had a good reputation through the years. It's French, price range 50 to 75. All right, and again, just to give you an idea of what the food looks like. Isn't that pretty? And then also we have some unique local places. This is actually at a golf course. Freeman's Grill has wonderful ratings. It's airy. It is not a quaint little restaurant like Cape Cod's famous for, but it is very modestly priced, ranges $5 to $20. And again, they do a phenomenal job. This is probably the highest rated restaurant in Brewster, only because they give you what they say they're going to give you. You know, people go in expecting a moderately priced restaurant. That's what they get. Here, quesadillas, a burger, okay, pancakes, a seafood platter, a fish sandwich, muffins, salad. It's not necessarily a quaint place, but it is special. And we actually have clients who come to us and say, hey, look, Art, we want a house that we can walk to 1, 2, 3 restaurants that we're really going to like, or we want to be able to walk, bike to the bike path, have it be very convenient. So we know all the right communities, all the locations. So if you have any interest in a specific type of, if you have a vision of what your lifestyle on the Cape you want it to be, we can help you find that right location. So just call us, email us, put it in the text down below. And if you have any questions, again, put it down below. And please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, it helps us tremendously. So that is Brewster. I hope you've enjoyed it.